Yo, what is up guys? Ethan here back in another video, and today we're going to be predicting every single college football award for this upcoming 2020 season. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. So in this video, we're going to be going over every single college football award there is. Well, not all of them, but the main ones that people recognize. But before I name those, I want to say next video, which will most likely be this upcoming Sunday, it will be the introduction to my new NCAA 14 college football series on this channel. I just want to make you guys aware, so be on a lookout for that video if you are interested. So the awards that we will be going over in this video will be the Heisman, the Maxwell, which I combined into one, which is the Outstanding Player of the Year, the Walter Camp, which is the Player of the Year, the Doak Walker, the O'Brien, the Fred Lincolnoff, the Mackey, Outland, Buckus, Thorpe, Bedrinick, and Nagurski. I probably said some of those wrong, but those are all the awards that we will be going over in today's video. And I'm going to be going from the players that have the most awards to the least awards. Now, quick spoiler, 2 have 3, and then I'm pretty sure the rest only have 1. So yeah, let's get straight into this video. And the first player that we have is Justin Fields, as I think he's going to win the Heisman, the Maxwell, and to Walter Camp, and he's going to win all those in my opinion. And now, I personally think Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback. But with the team Ohio State has, they have a way better offense in my personal opinion. Not a way better offense, but they barely have a better offense than Clemson. And personally, with the weapons I think Fields has, with tons of great wide receivers, he should be putting up even better numbers than he did last year. He had 41 passing touchdowns, and I could be mistaken, with 3 interceptions. That's just ridiculous coming from a sophomore quarterback. He's going into his junior year. I personally think Justin Fields is going to win the Heisman and the Maxwell. And the runner-up for both of those, of course, is going to be Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. But the runner-up for the Walter Camp, I think, is going to be Chuba Hubbard, as I think he's going to put up ridiculous stats this year in that Oklahoma State offense. But Fields, tons of talent around him, and yeah, I decided to go with Justin Fields winning the Heisman, Maxwell, and the Walter Camp Award this season. And next up, we have Micah Parsons, linebacker from Penn State, as I personally think he's going to win the Bednarik, the Nagurski, and the Dick Butkus Went Awards. Now, these are the names. I'm not good with names in general, and these names are pretty hard for me at least, so I'm definitely going to be messing them up. But Micah Parsons, I think, is the best defensive player in all of college football. Now, next year, I don't know. I think he's going to enter the NFL draft, but Micah Parsons, he is outstanding. Former 5-star linebacker from Penn State. He can sack. He's great at coverage. I wouldn't be surprised if he is an outside linebacker, so I won't be surprised if he plays defensive end once or this season even. But I'm a big fan of Micah Parsons in general, so I think he's going to win at least 2 of these awards. And the runner-up for the Dick Butkus, which is the best linebacker, is going to be Nick Bolton. I think Nick Bolton is from Missouri. He is the second best linebacker in college football, and since Missouri's not going to be one of the best teams, he's definitely going to be putting up some numbers. And for the other 2 awards, I think the runner-up is, well, it was very close, but I gave it actually a tie between Gregory Rousseau, edge rusher from Miami, and Derek Stingley Jr., cornerback from LSU. It was super hard to rank them as the runner-up, but I think Micah Parsons is the best defensive player in college football. And the next award is the Doak Walker Award, and I have Chuba Hubbard winning that award. He was going to be the runner-up in the Walter Camp, and yeah, the Doak Walker winner is the best running back of the year. I think Hubbard's going to be the best running back of this season. And personally, I think he should have won it last year, but Jonathan Taylor won it. And Hubbard was just ridiculous last year, having over 2,000 rushing yards, and I could be mistaken with 21 rushing touchdowns. I'm not sure if he's going to have over 2,000 yards again, but I think he's going to look better as a running back, and he's going to be way more involved in the passing game. So I think Hubbard overall is going to be the best running back this season. The next award is going to be the Ncaa Award, and I think Ja'Marr Chase, wide receiver from LSU, is going to win this. He won it last year, and even though you're not going to have a good, as good as a quarterback last year because Joe Burrow won the Heisman, and now you have Miles Brennan or whoever, I think even though Ja'Marr Chase is going to not look as good, I think this year, I think he's still going to be the best wide receiver. And he's definitely going to be getting way more targets, in my opinion, because Justin Jefferson got a lot last year. I think Chase overall is going to be the best wide receiver this year. And the runner-ups, I personally think Rashad Bateman is the second best wide receiver. But I think for the runner-up, I had to go with Devontae Smith from Alabama. He has just been amazing as a wide receiver there for the past few years. And he is always getting targets. Even though I think he's not better than Rashad Bateman, Rondale Moore, I think I only put him as the runner-up because I think he's going to be producing the stats. And next we have Pat Freiermuth, tight end from Penn State, as I think he's going to win the Mackey Award this year. By the way, that's the tight end of the year. This is way harder than you think. I think the top 4 tight ends is going to be Pat Freiermuth of Penn State, Brevin Jordan from Miami, Charlie Collier from Iowa State, and Kyle Pitts from Florida. And these tight ends are super close. Not like their skills, but overall super close. Initially I had Brevin Jordan because Miami really doesn't have a good wide receiver core. But I personally think Freiermuth is a way better tight end than Brevin Jordan. And Penn State's top receivers either transferred or entered the NFL draft. So their wide receiver core is not as good as last year's either. So I decided to go with Penn State's tight end here only because I think he's better than Brevin Jordan. But I think Brevin Jordan is going to be a very close runner-up. If not, it's going to be Collier from Iowa State or Kyle Pitts from Florida. And the next player we have up is going to be Marvin Wilson, defensive lineman from Florida State, as I have him winning the Outland Award this year, as that's the best interior lineman of the year. Now, this also includes offensive linemen, and I was super close to putting Penei Sewell, tackle from Oregon, on here. But I decided to go with Marvin Wilson because I think in the ACC he's going to have a ridiculous year this year because the ACC is a little weak this year. As a runner-up, I decided to go with one offensive line, which is going to be Penei Sewell, as he did win it last year as a sophomore. And on the defense, it's probably the most shocking runner-up. I actually have Darius Stills, defensive lineman from West Virginia. If you watch my Big 12 team rankings, you know how much I love this dude's talent. And I think he's going to have a great year this year. But yeah, he's probably the darkest horse I have on here for the runner-ups. But it's either between Sewell or Marvin Wilson this year for this award. And I decided to give the slight edge to Marvin Wilson. And the last player award we have in this video is going to be the Jim Thorpe Award. And I think Derek Stingley Jr. from LSU is going to win this. Now that's this Jim Thorpe Award is going to be for defensive backs. Now, there's tons of great safeties in college football this year, in my opinion, but I had to give it to Derek Stingley after a phenomenal freshman year. After his freshman year, already a top 5 player in all of college football. That's just ridiculous. And my runner-up was Caleb Farley at first, but he decided to opt out for this college football season. So I decided to change my mind, and I ended up going with Andre Cisco, safety from Syracuse. Now, I don't think Syracuse is going to be a top team like LSU this year. But Andre Cisco by far is the best player on that team, and easily the defense. And I think stat-wise, he's going to put up ridiculous stats, and he's going to be the runner-up of this award. And the final award in this video will be the Home Depot Coach of the Year, and I think that's going to be Mario Cristobal, head coach of Oregon. Now, even though I do like Oregon, I had to go with Mario Cristobal here, as the runner-up was James Franklin of Penn State. And initially I did have James Franklin of Penn State as the winner, but I think overall wise, Oregon's going to have look like a way better team. Maybe it's because of the conference they play in, but I personally think Cristobal will win this head coach award this year, as they seem to give it to the team that gets way more improved. And now that Oregon has lost a lot of talent, I think Oregon is definitely going to look way better than people think, and Cristobal will be the winner of this Coach of the Year award. So that is it for this video. I decided to keep it a little bit shorter than most of my videos, so I didn't go in depth on the majority of them. But yeah, hopefully you liked this video. Reminder, next video will be my NCAA 14 introduction, and then sometime next week, most likely on Monday, we have the American team rankings. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, and like always, have a good day. Peace out.